before becoming the symbol of evil. Lucifer was an angel. Not just any angel. He was the brightest in heaven. The closest to the throne. The very reflection of light. He had everything. And yet, he fell. But the real question is not why he fell. It is why he chose not to obey. Lucifer was created perfect. His name means light bringer. He did not dwell in shadows. He dwelled in glory, wisdom, beauty, authority. He walked among the highest ranks of heaven. He was not an outcast. He was admired. Nothing in him seemed destined for darkness. Until something changed. Pride does not arrive like a storm. It arrives as an idea. Silent. Constant. Why serve? If I can rise? Then the decisive moment came. The creation of humankind. Fragile beings. Mortal. Made of dust. And according to tradition, a clear command was given. Bow. Lucifer looked upon this new creation and chose not to do it. It was not rage. It was determination. I will not serve. And others heard him. And they followed him. Heaven was divided. Not by chaos. By choice. Angels against angels. They were not fighting for territory. They were fighting for authority. Michael rose. Not with fury. With certainty. Tradition represents him with a sword. Not of iron. Of light. A symbol of justice. It did not cut flesh. It cut rebellion. Lucifer did not wield steel. He wielded defiance. And that defiance shook the eternal order. There was no blood. Angels do not die. But there was war. A different kind of war. Will against will. Loyalty against rebellion. The clash was not physical. It was absolute. And when it reached its final point, there was no celebration. There was judgment. And then it happened. It was not a retreat. It was a rupture. The light that surrounded Lucifer began to tear apart. As if heaven itself rejected his presence. The radiance that made him the brightest of all shattered. The firmament opened. Not with fire. With power. Michael did not shout victory. He did not advance further. The decision had already been made. And in a definitive instant, Lucifer was cast down. Not gently. Not in silence. He fell through the radiance. His wings still shone. But they no longer belonged to heaven. The distance from the throne became infinite. The separation was total. The light bringer had lost his place. And as he descended, he did not die. He transformed. From supreme angel into an adversary. Heaven closed. And everything changed. From that moment on, his name would be another. Satan. The opponent. The accuser. The tempter. But before becoming the symbol of evil, he was the most perfect of them all. And his story did not begin in hell. It began in the light. Now the question is inevitable. If you had been there, before an absolute command, with no space to question, would you have obeyed? Or would you have chosen to defy? Was he the first villain? or the first rebel. The fall of Lucifer was not only a punishment. It was the first fracture of the eternal order. And its echo still resounds.